It's now my pleasure to introduce to you our second place winner, another one of our panelists, Catherine Wong, to present her take on this essay prompt. Once again, Catherine Wong is a junior at the University of Miami studying microbiology and immunology. Let's give a round of applause for Catherine.
Thank you, Anthony, for the introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone's well rested and well fed. We've had a long few days. I know so myself. I've been working the entire summit. So for my approach to empower Asian American youth, I attacked it internally. So I wanted the AAFF Council to look at the motivation of the youth. Because without motivation, you have no drive to succeed, in a way. So, as the high expectations Asian father beam says, or implies, there can be a lack of horizon expanding mindsets presented to the Asian American youth in the household, which I'm not saying that it's happening everywhere, but there can be. I mean, Asian Americans are labeled as a model minority. With that, as the meme suggests, it seems there aren't a lot of options for us. So the goal for my project is to expand youth horizons, exercise their visions and aspirations, and provide opportunities that they never initially thought of that they could do. So what generates that motivational spark? When youth take part in activities, they consider the amount of physical and mental effort placed into the activity, of course, the opportunity costs. If they were to do that activity, what are they missing out on? And obviously the benefits must outweigh the cons, and just the overall appeal. So in this slide, I have the little flyer that I made for the Asian American Students Association Club at the University of Miami. And this is the flyer that we sent out to incoming freshmen at this, it's called Canes Fest. Basically all the organizations lay out and advertise to all the freshmen. And this is the most important one. So what we appealed was free things, fun, and we promised it to be very bubbly, happy, and just inviting. And so, as a result, the highest attendance of the year, the only event that had the highest attendance of the year, were the banquets, which, well, as you can see, they were very lavish and we had a lot of fun, but that was a problem because we're focused on raising the Asian awareness and kind of reaching out to our community and enriching society in general. But the most attendance that we had in the club were our banquets, which obviously is not good. So for my project proposal, I would like to invite influential Asian guest speakers from various career paths to speak to youths at different institutions. They raise morale and provide awareness, show them what they can do rather than what they feel they should do. So as you can see in the array, the collage of pictures, there are influential Asian Americans, or Asians, from different career paths. And with these lectures, the goal is to encourage students to expand their mental horizons, to know that the world has more to offer than what they feel is presented to them, what they feel they should do. Why, do you ask? Well, as you guys know, the youth is what we depend on the future of our well-being, the future of society. And also, even though we are presented as the model minority, we are still underrepresented in an array of career paths. We are still a minority. And the thing is, not all Asian groups are equally represented. So, I mean, the entire continent of Asia is composed of tons of different countries, and they just group us all together as one group, and which is represented in the model minority stereotype, which I will. Okay, so the model minority refers to a minority ethnic, racial, or religious group. In this case, we're referring to Asians, whose members achieve a higher degree of success than the population average, where success equals the income, education, crime rates, filial stability, and other related factors. But the common misconception is that there's a pride within the society, within the minority. And actually, it can be very detrimental to Asian populations. Here are some numbers through the 2000 census. I highlighted the non-Asian ethnicities in red. So, as you can see, within the Asian group, there's Japanese, Indians, Filipinos, Koreans, etc. There are a wide range of numbers. How can they basically be put as one group if the numbers do not even average out to the same, or at least close? So with that being said, I feel that AAFF should promote this motivation. Also, I am a part of Asian American Students Association at UM, and I feel that AAFF should also provide this sort of filial, just an atmosphere to the youth. I mean, people join these organizations because they feel they have interest, but for Asian American Students Association, I made another family within a college setting because I felt comfortable. We had the same culture, we were raised with the same values. So as you can see, not only did we raise awareness with a fan dance or a traditional Japanese tea ceremony, or the dragon boat racing, we also went to football games together, we did impromptu dim sum lunches, and we were basically a family within a very diverse population, but we also reached out. As you can see, or hopefully you can see, not all of us are Asian. So last fall, I attended CIRCLE, which is the Southeast Regional Conference of Asian American Leaders at the University of Florida, which they basically presented issues that are current within Asian Americans, which they can apply to youth, but it was mainly towards adults and how us youth can, like, what activities we can partake in to solve these issues. Now, as an extra incentive, they brought in Ryan Higa, who is a YouTube star, and Takeru Kobayashi, who holds the world record for eating hot dogs. And the thing is, when we attended the conference, it was only 3 or 4 days, but the turnout was incredible. I turned around, I've never seen so many motivated Asian youth in one setting, just ready to listen, ready to see what problems there are in this world, and they wanted to make a difference. So, with that, that's the solution. And, okay, to conclude, I feel that motivation is the key to success, and that is where we should attack first. And with motivation, there comes a sense of familiarity to culture, and providing those unlimited resources of knowledge, which means like influential Asian American adults. It could be local. If anything, you could stretch out and contact celebrities, such as, the University of Florida college student organizations. They were able to bring 2 very well-known celebrities to the university just to help reach out, help promote awareness. Anyways, do you have any questions for me?
Thank you, Christine. We also have 2 pre-selected questions for you, if you wouldn't mind. The first one you touched on in your presentation, and that is, you mentioned how the Southeast Regional Conference of Asian American Leaders at the University of Florida influenced, and that's what you modeled your essay on, is that was the solution to the problem. In your opinion, how can the AAFF implement this, and based on your experience, how would that affect the drive and passion that students have for the APIA community?
Well, throughout the school year, we're all busy as students, correct? Which is why this conference was limited to about 3 or 4 days. So we could take a little bit of time off if it means expressing your opinions when it comes to the culture, and also for getting knowledge. After attending the meeting, I have learned problematic within the Asian community. And I feel that AAFF could host a few of those leadership conferences because it was a leadership conference and, well, it looks good on the resume, so it benefits students, but also it provides the short-term gratification rather than, you know, you get the rewards now and soon rather than let's start this project now and like pull forth. But with those conferences, you can create those projects, but at least the conferences, it's like a short-term, quick hit, just tell them what's going on right now and what needs to be solved and target the youth so they can help. They have energy, they can be motivated enough to move on.
Thank you, Catherine. The second question is, in your essay, you mentioned that you feel as though there is an ongoing stereotype about Asians being intelligent, but for the most part, it isn't actually as true as we would hope for it to be. What do you mean by this, and how can AAFF reduce this perceived issue?
Well, I can go back in my slides. I touched on this with the model minority stereotype. So, like when Asian American youth attend classes, the general perceived stereotype is that, oh, they must be a genius, they must be completely honest. But what happens to those stragglers who cannot meet that quota, you know? So I feel that what AAFF could do is those conferences. I mean, that's how I first heard of this model minority stereotype and actually considered it and realized that it is a problem. I mean, if you can't live up to that bar that is originally preset by society, you just feel discouraged and you don't want to continue with what you want to do with your own life. So I just feel that these conferences, these small motivational speakers or spiels from local or even international influential Asian American adults, they could definitely help put into perspective that we're not all equal. We all have different styles of learning and different levels of intelligence. Is that the buzzer?
Oh.
Oh, okay. I love you.
You don't have that here.
It's like, no, it's like class again. So that there's the awareness, the mutual awareness amongst Asian American youths that you don't have to be completely, success it means something different to every single person, and all you need to do is respect that. And that's what these short-term speakers, these motivational speakers are there to do, to target the youth for their motivation.
Excellent. Let's have one more round of applause. Catherine, on behalf of the Asian American Federation of Florida and President Brucey, they would like to present you with the second place Leader of the Future Award to Catherine Wong. Congratulations.